Hi everyone! So for today's video, we're going to talk about the difference between a sponsor and an inviting person. So for some, hindi magkaiba ang sponsor at invitation. But the truth is, there's a big difference between a sponsor and inviting person when it comes to the supporting documents that you would need to submit. For example, the embassy requested you to submit a sponsorship letter. Of course, you need to make sure na hindi invitation letter yung isasubmit mo. The other way around, if he requested for an invitation letter, you need to make sure na hindi sponsorship letter yung ipapasa mo sa embassy because it can make or it can create confusion kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mong gawin. So first, let's go with sponsor. Ang sponsor, syempre, ang ipapadala niya sa yung letter is sponsorship letter. So a sponsor is someone that is willing to support your travel expenses in any way na gusto niya. For example, pwede kanyang gastusan sa flight ticket mo, sa mga hotel reservation mo, or he will contribute for your daily expenses during your trip in Europe. So, lahat ng mga yon pwede niyang i-sponsor sa'yo, depende kung ano yung kaya niya. And take note guys, that a sponsor does not need to be someone that is living in Europe. Ang sponsor nyo can be someone from America, from Canada, from any part of Asia, kung may pamilya ka, let's say sa Thailand, sa Taiwan. So, even in the Philippines, a sponsor can be someone from the Philippines or someone that you're living with in the Philippines, pero hindi siya sasama sa bakasyon nyo sa Europe. So, i-make sure nyo lang na meron kayong proof of relationship. Hindi pwedeng basta kung sino-sino na lang yung magsusponsor sa inyo. You need to make sure that you can prove to the embassy na related ka sa person na yon. So with sponsorship, there are supporting documents that you need to request from the sponsor. So as much as possible, please provide lahat ng supporting documents na to make sure na mapapatunayan na kaya kanya talagang suportahan. I'm going to enumerate yung mga supporting documents na kailangan yung i-request kay sponsor. The first one is a scan copy of the passport. Of course, this is to identify yung sponsor nyo. Kung taga saan siya, kung totoong tao ba siya. There are times na ang sponsor is walang passport. Not everyone has passport. So that is still fine. Basta meron siyang kapalit na ID, which can be a resident ID. So, iscan nyo lang yon. Or let's say, wala rin siyang resident ID kasi taga-Pilipinas siya. Pwede nyo gamitin ang driver license or voter's ID or any identification card na pwede niyang ipakita just to prove na totoong tao siya. So, hindi siya ma-fraud. Next is a scan copy ng mga travel history or yung mga stamp sa passport if ever si sponsor nyo is someone na si boyfriend, si girlfriend, or si fiancé, since hindi naman kayo family related. And then, kailangan nyo din ng proof of financial funds. Of course, it's very important na makita ng embassy na meron talagang enough na pera si sponsor para gastusan ka. There are some people that are very sensitive when it comes to sharing their bank statement. I mean, syempre, should be private. Ayaw nilang ipakita yung mga details nila. With that, depende na lang kung paano nyo pakikiusapan yung sponsor nyo. But, as much as possible kasi kailangan nyo ma-request to. But if not, if in case sensitive si sponsor nyo at ayaw nyo talagang ibigay sa inyo yung bank statement niya, okay lang. Pero kailangan nyo mag-request pa rin ng proof na meron siyang source of income. So, doon na papasok yung either 3 months recent payslip at saka proof ng certificate of employment ni sponsor para mapakita na si sponsor is nagtatrabaho at makita na meron siyang monthly income. So, I hope na ma-request nyo yan, but if you do not have payslip and you do not have the sponsor's bank account, your last resource would be yung affidavit of support or or for some countries they call it formal obligation. Well, actually, kahit na meron ka ng bank account and payslip, it will also be best if makaka-request si sponsor ng affidavit of support dun sa municipality where he is or she is registered, and kailangan lang yun ilagyan ng stamp and signature ng any official, so to make it valid. But then again, yun yung tatlong pagpipilian nyo when it comes to proof of financial. The next is, if let's say si sponsor is also someone na nakatira sa Europe and he will also provide accommodation for you. So if ever na dun ka sa bahay niya tutuloy, make sure na meron kang proof na meron talaga siyang bahay or meron siyang apartment na nirerentahan. So with that, mag-request ka kay sponsor ng copy ng rental ng home or home contract or rental contract just to prove na meron siyang bahay na pagpapatuluyan sa'yo. The last supporting document is a proof of relationship. So if your sponsor is a family member, you can use birth certificate or marriage certificate. And then let's say the sponsor is girlfriend, boyfriend, a friend, make sure that you have some pictures together and also a screenshot of your chat conversation or video conversation just in case hindi pa kayo nagkikita ni sponsor. But guys, please make sure na nagkita na kayo ng sponsor nyo. I mean, for some, I do understand na hindi lahat nakakapunta ng Pilipinas. And hindi naman lahat ng mga applicant nakaalis na ng bansa. So, if wala talaga kayong picture together ng inyong sponsor, you can use a screenshot ng mga chat conversation nyo. This is a way for the embassy to see kung gaano nakatagal yung relationship nyo. At kung nag-uusap ba kayo lagi, something like that. But I cannot guarantee that having a sponsor will give you an approved visa. It's still case to case, guys, kasi magdidepende pa rin sila sa mga documents na ipapasa nyo. It does not mean na meron kang sponsor, guarantee na yung visa mo. Paano kung meron kang sponsor, tapos meron ka namang kulang na importanteng document? So, madi-denied ka din. So, yun yung mga supporting document, but there are times that the embassy is requesting for a specific document as proof of sponsorship. So in that case, I would like you to please visit the website of the embassy where you're planning to apply and then look at the checklist for the documents that they need for the sponsorship. Minsan kasi sila na yung nagpo-provide. So nandun na sa checklist yung form. All you need to do is download that, have your sponsor answer it, and then send it to you. So ganun yon, guys. Going to have everything that I just mentioned sa description para makita nyo and ma-save nyo kung ano yung mga pwede nyong i-request sa sponsor nyo. Now we go to the invitee, which will be providing the invitation letter. Now, when it comes to invitation, kailangan, guys, the inviting person should be living legally in any Schengen countries. So, kumbaga, kaya ka nga niya ini-invite is because he's living in Europe and he wanted you to come visit him or her. So, if ever si inviting person is hindi legal na nakatira sa Europe, wala pa siya mga papeles or whatever, hindi ka niya pwedeng i-invite kasi it can cause trouble. Pwedeng, alam mo yun, magka-problema sa immigration kasi hindi naman pala registered yung inviting person mo. So, for the invitation letter, kailangan din mag-provide si inviting person ng mga supporting document such as, again, a scanned copy of the passport or a resident ID copy. And then, of course, ito, importante, unlike dun sa sponsorship, kailangan mapakita nila that they do have a house or an apartment to accommodate you while you're there. So, yung proof ng ownership, flat ownership, or home rental contract na nagpapakita nung address nila sa Europe. Next, in case, again, na ang inviting person nyo is a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancé, please request for a scan copy ng mga entry stamp or yung mga travel stamp dun sa passport nila. And then, another important document is a proof of relationship, birth certificate, marriage certificate, pictures together, and screenshot of your chat conversation. So, Katulad sa sponsorship, there are times that the embassy is requesting for a specific form. Yun yung, let's say, mga UDI, mga guarantee form. So, free naman siyang i-download. All you need to do is get that dun sa checklist ng requirements na need nyo for the visa category that you're planning to apply. Now, let's say, what if the inviting person will be the sponsor as well? So, if ang sponsor nyo at ang invitee is iisang tao, then you don't need to provide 2 letters. Ang kailangan lang niyang gawin is a sponsorship letter. On the sponsorship letter, he need to make sure na naka-indicate sa letter that he or she is inviting you to come to Europe. At the same time, she is going to sponsor you. And then, kailangan i-mention niya in what way kanya i-sponsoran, ano yung mga gagastusan niya sa'yo, or ano yung mga ipoprovide niya sa'yo, and then, supporting documents. Now, one of the questions that I always receive is kung paano daw magkaiba ang sponsor at ang inviting person. So, syempre, dahil magkaibang tao yan, kailangan pareho silang hihingan mo ng letter at pareho silang hihingan mo ng mga supporting documents. So, yeah, yun yung pagkakaiba at yun yung mga supporting documents that you need to request to them. Now, guys, please advise your invitee or your sponsor that when creating or when making a letter, make sure it's simple and make sure na lahat ng details about them, about your relationship, and why they wanted to sponsor or invite you is nandun sa letter. And make sure that that letter will also match the cover letter na gagawin mo on your end. So, if your inviting person or your sponsor need help on how to write a letter, what is the format for the letter, I do have a video regarding kung ano yung format, kung paano gumawa ng letter. I've made that video long time ago, so I'm going to have the link up here para makita nyo. And then, I do have some sample actually ng mga letters na yon sa website ko, just for you to see kung paano ko ginawa yung mga sponsor at saka invitation letter. So yeah guys, I do hope na nalinaw ko yung pagkakaiba ng sponsor at ng invitation, ang inviting person, and I hope na wala ng confusion regarding these two. So if you do have any questions still, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Also guys, I do have a Facebook group where you can join kasi I do post some tips there, and there's a lot of members there na may experience on how they apply for their Schengen visa. You'll learn a lot from that page. I'll also have that in the description below. Also, if you do need help for your future visa application, please visit my website and you'll see everything that I'm offering in there. So, if you do like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel and not yet a subscriber, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell button to be updated sa mga upcoming ko pang mga videos. So guys, I'll see you soon. Bye!